Hey there, space explorers and curious minds. Welcome back to our channel, where we take you on extraordinary adventures beyond the stars. Before we embark on today's journey to uncover the mysteries of our closest celestial neighbor, the moon, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow moongazers, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Ready to dive into the wonders of the moon and discover its secrets? Let's get started and explore the magical stories it has to tell us. Number 1. The moon's name. First off, did you know the moon is our Earth's only natural satellite? That's a fancy way of saying it's Earth's space buddy, always following us around. People all over the world have different names for it, but we simply call it the moon. Imagine having a best friend that follows you everywhere, even when you're spinning round and round. That's what Earth and the moon are like. Number 2. The moon's size. The moon might look huge in the sky, but it's actually much smaller than Earth. If Earth were a big basketball, the moon would be a small soccer ball. It's about 4 times smaller than our planet, which is why it can look like a tiny circle or a slice of cheese up in the sky. Number 3. How far away it is. Ever thought about taking a trip to the moon? It's pretty far away, about 238,855 miles from Earth. That's like going around the whole Earth almost 10 times. So, if you were in a car going super fast, it would still take you over 5 months to get there. It's a long trip, so don't forget your snacks. Number 4. The moon's surface. The moon's surface is covered in craters, mountains, and flat areas called seas, though there's no water in them. They got their names long ago when people thought they might be filled with water. The moon's craters were made by space rocks hitting it over billions of years, creating big dents. It's like when you play with your toys and leave marks in the sandbox, but way bigger. Number 5. The moon's phases. The moon has a cool trick. It can change shape. Well, it only looks like it's changing shape. These are called phases, and they happen because the moon and the sun are playing a game of hide and seek with us. Sometimes we see a full moon, a half moon, or just a tiny sliver. It's all about where the moon is sitting in the sky and how the sun's light shines on it. Number 6. The dark side of the moon. Did you know there's a side of the moon we never see from Earth? It's called the far side, not the dark side, because it gets just as much sunlight as the side we see. We didn't know what it looked like until a spaceship took pictures of it. It's filled with even more craters and mountains, like a secret garden that was hidden until we found a way to peek over the fence. Number 7. Moonquakes. The moon can get shaky with something called moonquakes, kind of like earthquakes but on the moon. They happen because the moon is cooling down and getting smaller, which makes it wrinkle up like a raisin. These quakes can last for a long time, but don't worry, the moon is still safe and sound up in the sky. Number 8. The moon's gravity. Gravity on the moon is much weaker than on Earth. If you were there, you could jump really high and feel much lighter. Astronauts who visited the moon could hop around and carry heavy things without getting tired. It's like having superpowers or being able to bounce like a kangaroo with the tiniest hop. Number 9. The moon's creation. Scientists believe the moon was formed a very long time ago, when something as big as Mars crashed into Earth. This huge crash sent pieces flying into space, and they came together to form the moon. It's like when you're building a sandcastle and some of it spills over. Those spilled parts gathered up in space to make our moon. Number 10. The moon's atmosphere. The moon has something called an exosphere, but it's not like the air we breathe. It's a super thin layer that's almost not there at all. That's why astronauts need to wear spacesuits. There's no air to breathe, and it doesn't protect them from the sun's rays or space rocks. Imagine wearing a bubble around you to keep you safe. That's what an astronaut suit does on the moon. Number 11. The moon's influence on Earth. Our moon is a powerful friend. It helps create the high and low tides in the ocean. The moon's gravity pulls on Earth's water, making it rise and fall. It's like when you play with a ball in a bathtub. If you pull it close, the water moves toward you. The moon does that to the seas, making waves and tides for surfers and sea creatures. Number 12. Footprints on the moon. When astronauts visited the moon, they left footprints that are still there today. There's no wind or water to wash them away, so they can last for a very long time, maybe even millions of years. It's like leaving your mark in wet cement, but in space. Those footprints tell the story of humans' big adventure to the moon. Number 13. The moon's rotation. The moon spins around, just like Earth, but it takes longer. It rotates once every 27.3 days, which is the same time it takes to go around Earth. This means we always see the same side of the moon, its face, that looks down at us every night. It's like having a dance partner who always shows you their best side. Number 14. The moon in eclipses. The moon can play a game of shadow puppets with us. Sometimes it gets between the sun and Earth, making a solar eclipse. It looks like the moon is covering the sun. Other times, Earth is in the middle, and its shadow makes the moon look dark or red, which is a lunar eclipse. It's like playing with flashlights and making shapes on the wall, but on a much bigger scale. Number 15. The temperature on the moon. The moon can be super hot and super cold. When it's sunny, it can get hotter than boiling water, and when it's night, colder than a freezer. There's no air to spread the heat around, so the temperature can change really fast. It's like going from sitting in the hot sun to jumping into a cold pool, but much more extreme. Number 16. The moon's color. Even though the moon mostly looks white or gray, it can sometimes look orange or red. This happens during sunrises, sunsets, or lunar eclipses, when Earth's atmosphere scatters the light. It's like when you shine a flashlight through colored glass and it changes color. The Earth's air makes the moon look different colors to us. Number 17. The moon's age. Our moon is very old, about 4.5 billion years, almost as old as Earth itself. That's a lot of birthdays. Imagine if you had a birthday cake with 4.5 billion candles. It would be the biggest cake ever. The moon has been around for a very long time, watching over Earth and its changes. Number 18. The moon's water. Scientists have found tiny bits of water ice in the dark, cold craters at the moon's poles. These craters don't get much sunlight, so the ice can stay frozen. It's like finding a secret ice cream stash that never melts, hidden away in the coolest, shadiest spot. Number 19. The moon and space missions. The moon was the first place beyond Earth that humans visited. Astronauts landed there, explored, and even drove a car around. Since then, we've sent robots and satellites to learn more about it. It's like the moon is our neighbor's house, and we've been over to visit a few times to find out what's there. Number 20. The future of moon exploration. People are planning to go back to the moon, build houses, and stay for longer trips. Scientists want to learn more about the moon and see if it can help us live in space or go to other planets. It's like planning a big camping trip where we learn how to live in a new place, making sure we can call it our second home. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of our lunar adventure. We've traveled through space and time to uncover 20 intriguing facts about the moon, our constant companion in the night sky. From its mysterious far side to the promise of future exploration, the moon continues to captivate and inspire us. If you enjoyed this journey and want to be part of more amazing explorations, remember to hit that like button. It really helps us out. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, so you won't miss out on our next adventure among the stars. We have so much more to share with you, and we can't wait to explore the wonders of the universe together. Until next time, keep looking up and let your curiosity lead the way. Goodbye for now, and thank you for joining us.